Hi, everyone, and welcome to our 8th Kentico CMS Podcast. I'm Tom Robbins, your host, and in case you haven't heard, Kentico CMS 6 and the new enterprise marketing solution is available today. One of the really important parts of this show is to introduce some fantastic partners in the Kentico community. In today's podcast, I'm really excited to have joining me Beatriz Oliveira, Creative Director for Bind Tuning. Bind Tuning, in case you haven't heard, provides an opportunity for Kentico developers to visually build themes and have them delivered to their mailbox. Bind Tuning provides an incredibly easy way to get the look and feel that you need for your website quickly and easily. Hi, Beatriz. Well, welcome and thanks for joining me today. How are you doing?
Well, I'm fine. Thank you, too. I'm very happy to be here, and thank you for this opportunity to get a closer contact with the Kentico community.
Absolutely. I guess let's start by telling everyone a little bit about yourself.
Okay, sure. Well, I'm Portuguese. I'm the proud mother of two beautiful girls, and I'm actually an IT engineer who post-graduated in design. So I'm a person who has a little bit of both worlds, which is something that's not very common in this area. I started my journey in technology quite a long time ago, so over 15 years ago. I've had previous companies before Bind, but around six years ago, I decided to start something by myself. And that's when I decided to create Bind. At the beginning, it was a company that was very directed to small companies. So our purpose was actually to develop websites for small businesses and bring them not expensive solutions. So bring them something that they would have the money to achieve expensive solutions. So during our path, I actually started developing and focusing more on theming. So this has been kind of my path until now.
Oh, that's fascinating. So how did you settle on theming?
Well, when we started, we realized, since we were targeting small companies, didn't have much money to spend. One of the ways that we had back then to develop our projects was actually to purchase some themes some of the times. And we came to the conclusion that most themes that were in the market either didn't have all that quality in terms of implementation or weren't all that nice in terms of design. So we decided actually to direct our efforts towards developing themes. And when we started selling, which was about 3 years ago, we ended up, so it was with competition from Kentico, and after kind of a week or two, we were already on the top selling themes for that specific area. So it was like a rapid growth, and we ended up getting very fast to becoming having known products on that area. And from then on, well, we have been perfecting our themes and our coding. We've launched several different themes along time. All of them were very well taken by different communities. And along the way, we've also broadened our areas to target different CMSs. So we started up with one, and then we started up going to different areas. And right now we're targeting, I believe, the 4 major CMSs, .NET-based CMSs.
When you think about the CMSs, I mean, certainly how hard is it to integrate into them? You know, I mean, what kind of challenges did you have when you were integrating into Kentico?
We don't develop themes like everybody does, probably right now. When we started by developing themes for a specific platform, and that is something that everybody does. So you have the knowledge of that specific platform, and then you develop things the way that specific platform is expecting you to. But for us to target all these different platforms, we had to create something different. So we have a backend engine that actually generates the themes. And with that in perspective, we actually have to have like the knowledge of patterns inside each CMS platform. So our first work before we go into one CMS or one platform is actually to study that platform exhaustively and identify all the design patterns, all the implementation patterns that are used in terms of theming. And then with that in mind, all that is included and translated into our generation process. And since we have defined kind of a top level meta language of our own for designing themes, and what we have to do then is translate that meta language into each specific CMS platforms and patterns and tokens. So that is actually the way that we do things. For some CMSs, things are more complicated. I can say, for example, that SharePoint is very complicated because they have like this very complicated HTML, CSS structure. For Kentico, it was not that hard. So it took us the work of actually understanding how it worked not only in terms of tokens, in terms of HTML, CSS, also in terms of how are we supposed to deploy a theme. What is a theme package? How is that represented? How will people install this? And making it easy for the end user to actually go to our website, download the theme, and having a nice experience of installing the theme and having it ready in 5 minutes.
And then, can you tell us a little bit about your back-end system? And it sounds like you guys do a lot of the processing on the back end. How does that work a little bit?
Let me just first start by saying what specifically our bind tuning tool does, because it's not just some theming tool. Unlike other marketplaces that you see up there and that actually sell themes, we do. So we are a theme marketplace. We are very, very targeted to .NET-based CMS platforms, and we have a very particular difference, which is all the themes in our marketplace are editable online. So people can actually customize lots and lots of different features in each and every theme. So from colors to font families to the size of your text, where you want certain things, if you want a top menu or a left menu, or if you want some tokens or not. So you can actually see this. And in a what you see, you get manner, and you can customize all these features online without having to know one single line of code. And the purpose is for you to be able to do it with no or very few design knowledge or technological knowledge of each of the CMS platforms. So the way we do it in the back. So we have that meta language that I told you about. So we have a design team that defines all the design, what's going to be the theme. And we have to think about each theme for the multiple platforms because each one of them has different specificities. So we make themes that will look good in all different platforms. Themes are then generated into all the different CMSs. And so, for example, think of it as we have our original theme and that we generate a package for Kentico, and that package is customizable online. And people can go to our website, they can play with the colors and all different customizations, and when they're happy with it, they just say, okay, send me this customization. We receive that in a queue that processes all requests, and then that set of values that we receive from the final user is actually integrated with the Kentico base package, and we generate a final custom theme for the user, and then it's delivered. For Kentico, we have defined a very simple installation process that has everything to do with what people are used to doing. We defined our Kentico themes based on your Plural Engine template. So, and it's pretty simple to use and to install. We've also defined our themes for Kentico in a way that you will actually get all your Kentico web parts customized when you get our theme. You'll not only see like the menus and backgrounds and stuff, but all the content in the middle will also be changed and affected by our CSS. So it's kind of a whole experience.
Now, are you guys using .NET in your in your software on the back end, or what language do you guys use?
Okay, also, we have lots of stuff that we use in the back end, but I can tell you that most of our work is done using PowerShell.
Oh, interesting. Okay. And if you don't mind me asking, how come PowerShell? Just because you're moving a lot of files around, or?
Because of the simplicity of finding certain sentences or patterns and then replacing them for others. So the find and replace inside files is very important in this process of generating.
Wow, that's actually fascinating. If you think about theming is really kind of interesting. I guess it covers a lot of different audiences or people that might be interested in using a CMS. How do you guys think about your audience or the people that will be using your product?
Yes, you're totally right. Well, in fact, I believe that this kind of product targets a large audience and totally different kinds of end users. I would say that we have from developers, because many of our customers are basically developers who or small development companies who actually have to deliver websites to their customers and are used to, for example, acquiring custom design work or actually purchasing themes because they don't have design skills in-house. So this is a tool where they can go to and easily in very short time and with small budgets, they can get design pre-made, good quality in terms either of design as well as in coding and implementation. This is one kind of target audience. Then we have designers who actually are also a target for this tool, because if you think of designers are not meant to have knowledge in terms of CMS platforms, so they are supposed to know about design. And these tools can be actually a baseline for them to start working in different CMSs. They can go to our tool, they get one base design that they're fond of, they would like, and when they generate for a specific CMS platform, they will receive a package already implemented to that platform, so they don't have to know all the bits and bytes for that platform, and then they can start their design work based on that. So they will make their changes if necessary, and that happens a lot. And then you have business people, so decision makers, who actually have either in their own company or to other companies, they have to have a broader knowledge of what they want, where they want to get in terms of the message that's transmitted by the company. And this is a very good tool for them too, because this is a good way for them to go there and get an idea of what they can do, where they can get. Sometimes even to make, for example, some mock-ups and to give to a team and to start working based on that mock-up to, okay, what can we do with this? Where do we want to go? So this is a platform that can actually target multiple audiences. And since it's very affordable, because we're talking about themes that compared to the cost of having custom-made design, they're really affordable. This is a tool that it's easy to use. So, and it's simple for you to integrate in different kinds of projects.
When you cover the multiple audiences, do you find it's one audience tends to like theming better, or does it just do you keep it, interesting for all audiences?
Well, I expect that we are actually targeting all our audiences in the same way. I would say that probably developers are the main target audience, and small development firms specifically, because typically those are the ones that don't have any design skills, and those are the ones that typically have short budgets.
Sure.
So these would be like the main audience for the platform.
Well, typically for a lot of customers who are building websites, I know that there's a lot of cost in hiring professional designers, right, that you guys can help offset.
Yes, that's true. Because acquiring custom design work, and I don't mean to sound like we're like creating a war with design firms.
No.
That's not it. So because this would target different audiences who actually usually don't have the budget and cannot afford purchasing custom design work. And so this is a fast, simple, high-quality solution for websites and not so. Although it can also be used in large projects, obviously, and we do have some clients where we know that it happens. But when you have a big company and when you have a large budget, you can afford the price of hiring a custom design team and having them work for you for 2, 3, or 4 weeks. That totally not compares to the price of getting to our site, customizing it over and over. Because right now we even have trial themes, so you can go to our site, you can try it, and you can download a theme without having to purchase a license. So that trial theme will work for a couple of days in your computer, but you can actually see it working in your own Kentico installation. And when you're happy with your customization, because you can go there over and over and get different versions of what you're doing, and when you're happy with it, then, okay, you can purchase a license, and that will come very, very affordable.
I guess as you think about it, I mean, you guys cover a lot of different audiences within IT and a lot of different groups. How do you guys, what kinds of information do you guys look for as you're building? I guess the question I often hear is, what are your favorite places for finding information on the web? What do you read on a daily basis?
Well, first of all, our theme has to be multi. So we have a theme a team where different people have different knowledge in terms of CMS platforms. We have to do it that way, right? So we have people targeted to Kentico, we have people targeted to SharePoint, and so on. I would say that we love going to Stack Overflow. We go a lot of times to MSDN too, but we Google a lot. So.
Okay.
That's basically like our most effective tool, really.
Okay. No, that's what a lot of people say. And then what's on the horizon for buying? I mean, what kind of things are you guys working on that you'd like to talk about?
Okay, so we have like really great things coming up, but I can't talk about all of them. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
We just released a few great features. So we released the possibility of people downloading trial themes, as I told you, and that is a very important step, because until now our customers could only get a customization and putting it to work in their installation just after purchasing a license and using that license. So right now they can go there over and over without purchasing anything, and they can try. So this is like a major step. Another thing that we've just done, so we've integrated with a font service, and right now people can also use our toning platform and customize hundreds of different web fonts. So we're taking advantage of CSS3 as we can. One thing that we have for the near future is that we will be opening our platform to designers. So we want the design community to be able to post designs to our tool. So this is something that we expect to have released by the first quarter of 2012. So, and the purpose is to have a very large number of themes available for people to download. And we also want that designer community to grow and also to make profits of what we sell. So this is one perspective. We will also be opening our platform to resellers. So companies that actually do a lot of web design work We also want them to have special conditions in our website. And we have like dozens of little features that we will be releasing in the very near future. And then we have 2 or 3 great things, but those are the ones that I cannot talk about, and that we are hoping to release by January, February the most.
Beatriz, thanks for joining us today. This has been some great information. For people listening, if they wanted to find out more information about buying, where should they go look?
Okay, so first of all, I would definitely recommend all of you to try our tuning tool. You can go to tuning.bind.pt. This will be the online customization tool where you'll find all of our themes and you can try them online. I would also advise you to download our trials and test them in your Kentico installations. I'm sure that you will find it very simple to use. You can also go to our support service center, and that is support.bind.pt. And there we have a very large knowledge base. So, and there you have a way of contacting us directly. If you need to post a question, some more information or information about pricing or something else, just contact us through there.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and have a great day.
Well, thank you, Tom. And once more, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to get closer to the Kentico community.